So I was using the demo account, starting off with like just very small trades, just wanting to see if this is even a thing, if you can even use your mind to influence the market. And it was difficult at first because so many of those conditioned beliefs were coming through, like, oh, your reality is out there. There's millions of people that are using the forex market on a daily basis. How could I influence the market? So all of these types of thoughts. So I really had to work on moving those to the side so that I can focus on this experiment and be able to actually see if I can use my mind to make money. Once I was actually able to move those beliefs aside and build up my confidence in myself, because that's really all it was just confidence in my ability to manifest and to create changes with my mind, I started seeing results. I started to notice that even when things would go in the negative, and that's often where they went at the beginning, but instead of pulling that trade out, I left it in and just kept on focusing properly with my mind and building up my confidence. And like I said, a few weeks later, I was actually starting to influence the market with just my mind alone. And I was being able to move my trades, my current trades that were in the negatives, sometimes in the hundreds of negatives, and into the positive where I was actually able to make money. I wasn't making a lot at the beginning, but those little wins started to really boost my confidence. And that's when I started to set goals for myself. Like, okay, I want this trade to make this amount of money, $100. Remember, this isn't my money, this is just fake money, just trying it out. But every single trade was winning. Like every single trade was winning. And I think after about a couple months, I was like, okay, I need to actually make money now. So that's when I started to actually use my real money. And of course, there was some difficulty at first because this was my real money. The doubt started to come back in, like, okay, this is real money now, so now it's like for real. And it was just, I had to kind of like rebuild up my confidence again. My trades went into the negatives again, but I didn't take it out because I wanted to use my mind to pull those trades out of the negative and into the positive. So I would start to focus my expectations on it being in the positive. What I realized is whenever I was trying to focus and manifest the fixing of a negative amount, nothing would work. Anytime you're trying to fix a situation, you are simultaneously addressing the situation and focusing on the situation, which means you're manifesting more of the negative. You're more of the thing that you're not wanting. Instead of trying to fix it, I was focusing on the point on the chart that I wanted it to be at. Probably within a few days, I noticed that the negatives started to kind of move in the direction that I was wanting. So of course I was excited and was feeling hopeful, so I kept going, kept my focus, and I won. I made money. There were moments within this process where I did feel stuck. Like my focus wasn't really working and things were kind of staying within the negatives. And I would start to kind of obsess over the market and what it's doing and why it's not moving, and trying to focus positively on that goal that I have, but it just kind of kept stuck. That's when I realized one of the biggest mistakes that I was making, which I mentioned in this video here, was constantly thinking about it, constantly focusing on it. What I had to do was let go. I knew that thinking about it, focusing on it, constantly looking at it to see what it's doing wasn't helping my goal at all. I took a step away and just focused on something else for the next couple days and just try to not think about it at all, go do some cool things, some fun things that would lift my mood. When I would think about it, which I would try to cut down on the time that I would think about it, I would see it where I want it to be, see it hitting that point in the market that I wanted it to be at. And then probably like half a week later, I went back in, and sure enough, it was moving in the direction, and it was almost positive. So that was exactly what I needed to do. I needed to let go. I needed to stop obsessing over it and be able to give it its space. And if you want to know the science behind why letting go is important, you can watch my most recent video on letting go, which I'll link up in the cards and the description box below. This is a real story with real results, and by the end, my broker sent an email out basically saying that they weren't able to service people in Canada anymore, so that kind of cut it short as well. But I will put the results up on the screen so that you can see that this was profitable. I did make money, and I didn't fall into the 80 to 90% of the people that try trading that end up losing money. And just to remind you, I used 0 techniques at all. All I used was picking a goal and expecting the market to hit that goal. That's all. This just shows that I put in $520 USD into my account, and if we go over here, I withdrew that $520, but I also withdrew an extra $1,030.68 of profit on top of that, which is, if my math is correct, a 198% profit in 6 or 7 months. Your whole world is a hologram, meaning everything, not just you, not just how you feel, not just whatever, your whole entire world. There's nothing that it doesn't include. So for that thing that you are wanting to create and manifest so badly, and you're feeling stuck and you're feeling like there's full of doubts in your mind, let this story be proof that with the right focus, with the right expectations, with the right energy, you can create anything that you want. There is absolutely nothing that you can't influence with your mind, because it's all just a hologram anyway. And if you are ready for change and you want to know how to take charge of your mind, then apply for my program down below.